All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachachurash, to honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa, Akwathim, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. This is going to be another video through the Spirit. For this one, just dealing with basically, I'm going to let this clip play. This is nothing new. This man, all right, Esau Edom, he's a notorious liar and a demon. And even if you do comply, he can and still will take advantage of you, which is why ultimately the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is with us and keeps us away out of the clutches of this man. All right, this is going to be another one for the books. I'm saving it to my playlist, examples of Esau Edom's cruelty. All right, this man is a devious liar and he doesn't care. And it's obvious and it's evident, but he does not care. So we're going to let this play for a minute. We're going to get some scriptures. This man, an outright lie. What is one of the major laws in the Bible, which is a reason why this man must be destroyed, because this is one of many that he breaks left and right, and he loves to break this one. Let's get this out of Exodus, I believe. All right, we're going to go to Exodus chapter 20. We'll start to go down the list. Exodus 20 and 16, it says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor," all right, aka lie. All right, and this dude's actually bearing false witness upon people. In this video, we're gonna let it go. All right, but this is one of the holy commandments. This is one of the top boys, the tippy tops. All right, as they say, the 10 commandments. And this man he breaks every one of them, but he loves to telling a good story. So let's let it play for a minute.
You haven't had anything to drink tonight?
Shit. There we go.
Not tonight, no.
Not tonight? Okay. One of the things that we do is we ask people to blow through this thing, okay?
Caitlin Ebner crossed the line and got pulled over on her way home from work.
Blow real hard and blow until I ask you to stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You can stop.
No, she wasn't drinking. All tests for alcohol came up empty.
When's the last time you smoked marijuana?
Oh, I don't do that. I can give you a drug test right now.
You don't smoke marijuana?
I do not,
okay.
no.
All right, well, you're showing me indicators that you have been smoking marijuana, okay?
I didn't realize that you could get arrested for something that you didn't do until it happened to me.
Watch your wrist for me. I don't want to pinch you.
Hey, she's got her card pulled. Hey, us the Israelites, we've been dealing with that since we first got here. This man, he's unjust. He will punish you for things that you haven't done. See, the Heavenly Father is a just God. He's only going to punish you for the things that you've done. This man is not. He will punish you for things you haven't even taken part in, because he's the fucking devil.
No, ma'am, not possession unless I find it in your car. I believe that you're impaired by the marijuana that you've smoked.
Before you felt those handcuffs closing over your wrist, did you understand just how serious this was?
I didn't understand. As soon as I took that breathalyzer, I thought I was going home.
It's time you're being taken into custody, okay, for DUI drugs.
The waitress spent the night in jail and had her alcohol server's permit revoked because of the DUI arrest. After 4 months, prosecutors dismissed all charges because her blood test came back completely clean. You had to spend months and thousands of dollars proving your innocence.
I did.
When's the last time you smoked weed? I don't smoke weed. You don't smoke weed? No, not at all.
The same thing happened to this college student 2 weeks earlier on Good Friday.
Well, I believe you have, okay? I need to borrow your arm real quick, okay? I believe that's why you were failing to maintain your lane and driving halfway on the ramp when I was behind you.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, sir.
Give me just 1 second. Give me just 1 second.
You're arresting me.
That's correct.
I didn't understand. I'm like, why are you arresting me? Like, what did I do? He said DUI of a substance.
Now, that first girl, the Edomite girl,
what?
She said she spent thousands of dollars to get herself out of the situation, probably in lawyer fees and whatnot. Well, us, the average Israelite, you don't have thousands of dollars worth, to go fight the legal system with. So when things like this happen to us, we're just completely fucked.
You're arresting me because you think I smoke marijuana?
I believe you're impaired by cannabis. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I don't smoke weed. Is there a way you can test me right now?
Princess Umbamara was also jailed and fought the DUI drug charges for half of 2016. So the blood test comes back, they toss the case.
I remember my lawyer trying to talk about a deal. I was like, what? I'm not taking a deal. I didn't do anything. I want, my life back. Can you reverse time?
Can you stick your tongue out real big?
Hey, and that's what this officer specifically apparently he has a whole, this is his whole little thing. He'll pull you over, run up on you and say, oh, I think you're either drunk or high, you know, and you don't have any of that shit in your system whatsoever. And we shouldn't be smoking, no way. All right, now, you know, biblically you're allowed to drink, but it's not wise to drink and drive, because this man Esau Edom will come and extort you, you know, pull you over so he can make money off you and throw you in the pen. All right, so it isn't wise to drink and drive. All right, but this man, he's notorious for going around in his area, especially picking on the college kids and saying that they're drunk and high, you know, and locking them up, and he gets awarded for it. Why? Because this man's a devil. You're not supposed to reward wickedness, which is another problem in this place. I'm gonna get this Salakia. All right, let me get this justify, which is what this man is doing now. His superiors that are over him, they justify him in his wicked actions, and they persecute those that are actually in the right, which is once again against the scripture. Everything that this man does, it's funny how his judicial system that is set up to bring justice and peace is actually anti-biblical. It literally does the opposite of everything that it should be doing. He will throw you in jail for a crime that it isn't a crime in the Bible, but something that's a crime in the Bible, he'll let you do freely, aka adultery. All right, Deuteronomy 25:1. If there be a controversy between men and they come into judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. And that's how it's supposed to be. All right, but what do you see? You see the opposite. Let me see if I can get it. Yep. Isaiah 5:23. This is what this man does, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. This is what Esau Edom does. All right, which is why he will be destroyed. And actually, we're going to let this video play some more. You're going to see this man gets rewarded for locking these people up. All right, and hey, man, ultimately, the Lord be looking out for us, y'all, because at any time some shit like this could just happen to you, and you just caught up now. You could have been coming home from work, doing everything straight, didn't do nothing to nobody, ain't off on no shit, and a fucker just gets behind you and just makes the next year and a half of your life hell. All right, and you know, if it does happen, the Lord is going to be with you and guide you through it, because there's brothers and sisters that go through these type of situations. But you best believe the angels out here looking out for us. All right.
Months later, it happened a third time to this Auburn student.
You're giving me indicators that you have consumed marijuana, so you're being placed under arrest for DUI, okay?
The prosecutor filed this dismissal of the student's DUI drug charge 5 months later. Defendant performed well on field sobriety evaluations, and blood and urine were negative.
So the prosecutors, basically the judges that are over this cop, they understand that these people are innocent, so they just dismiss the case and they don't punish nor chastise the officer. All right, which is wickedness. The judges, hey, judges, let me get this out of Exodus. Slack, y'all, I'm gonna let it play. I just had to hop on this, man. This is the type of shit that boils your blood. You know, you can't watch too many of these types of videos because you're gonna be ready to bust a nigga dome. All right, specifically Esau Edom. Exodus 18:28:1. It says, moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear Yahweh, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. All right, so you're supposed to set up good men that are holy and just, that ain't about lying and stealing and getting over, to rule over. All right, if you're going to be a judge, you have to be living and abiding by the same laws that you're judging people according to. All right, you best believe this fat motherfucker, the same people he's pulling over for being high and drunk, he probably blowing money on prostitutes, having orgies with coke, you know, all up his nose. You know how E get down.
DUI drug arrests, 3 tox screens negative for marijuana, 1 police officer. Cobb County's T.T. Carroll. Documents show Carroll is one of the highest rated and best trained officers on Cobb County's legendary DUI task force.
Well, you're showing me numerous indicators.
He's a certified drug recognition expert.
Well, I don't believe you're telling me the truth, okay? I don't believe, because I'm seeing some involuntary indicators that you've consumed marijuana.
One of 250 Georgia officers who've gone through this intensive month-long training. A drug recognition evaluation involves a dozen observations that allow officers not only to pronounce a driver is on drugs, but to identify which of 7 types of drugs are in their system.
Completely retarded, a complete farcy. And this man, okay, what this man Esau Edom likes to do, he'll draw things in books, he'll put things down in a chart, and he'll say, this is our template, this is what it is, you have to believe it. That's what he did with evolution, that's what he did with science, that's what he's done with everything in this world. He gets a piece of paper, he draws some shit up, and he says, this is what it is. Now, you cannot, hey, look, you know, now certain times you can look at, oh, okay, this motherfucker's drunk, this motherfucker high, but you can't look at a person from the way that they blink their eyes and just automatic, oh, okay, that motherfucker took this amount of trace amounts of PCP, took this amount of oxycodone. Man, get the fuck out of here. But this is the devil that we're dealing with. The devil every day. Evil all the time. That's the man that we're dealing with, y'all. Which is another reason why you should be praying every single day to get the hell up out of here. Hey, it's Saturday right now. Gonna be headed to camp here soon. Alright. This shit is abominable, dog. This is the type of thing that makes you wanna get up out your seat and go slap somebody mama.
Marijuana. How do you look at somebody and say marijuana?
There are involuntary responses of the body that we can observe that would suggest impairment of marijuana.
He did these techniques that he was taught, and he determined you were on something you weren't on.
Yeah, unfortunate for me.
Because he's ingesting marijuana. That's
I smell horse shit. All right.
what my training suggests.
Officer Carroll relies on his drug recognition expert training, but in these 3 dismissed cases, he didn't do the full DRE evaluation after the arrest. The standard protocol requires all 12 steps to be complete, yet any police officer can make a DUI drug arrest on fewer observations.
If I establish probable cause, and I believe that based on my training, that's why I put the handcuffs on you. Several indicators.
Okay, so when I do a drug test, I'll be free to go, correct?
You're going to jail, ma'am, okay? I don't have a magical drug test that I can give you right now.
But he just did the magic drug test that resulted in your arrest.
They're ruining innocent people's lives.
Caitlin Ebner filed an internal affairs complaint against Officer Carroll. Cobb County investigators exonerated the officer and doubted Caitlin's innocence, insisting the marijuana could have already metabolized out of the blood.
They said, yeah, we see this happen all the time. The test results come back wrong.
So the test results were wrong.
Yeah, that's what they said, that the test results were wrong. And also, if I had a urine test, that it would have came back positive for drugs.
But
You're a little funny looking motherfucker, but they said no, you was under the influence, you just got lucky, so that's this devil that we're dealing with, y'all. He will lie blatantly over facts. Now the drug test said she was good, but they said no, it was in your system, you just got over somehow. This is the man. Hey, there's no reasoning with this fucker. There's no you can't explain nothing to him. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai simply has to just destroy him. He is the wicked. He is contrary to our spirit, y'all. This man says two manner of people are in thy womb. See in our heads we want to do good, and this fucker, he don't want to do good. The way that if you could exchange minds with a Edomite, you'll bug out, because the thoughts that probably go through their head on a day-to-day basis are completely not right. All right, rape, robbery, and murder like it's nothing. You wake up, you want to go get you something to eat later. They thinking how they finna completely decimate our people. That's what they think about. A nigga wake up wanting a double cheeseburger. Esau Edom wakes up wanting to eradicate you. Let me see something. Okay, I know the one that I wanted. Proverbs 17 and 15. So they basically called her. They said, no, you just got... Man, please. Proverbs 17. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord. And that's what we're seeing. That's what this man is. So this man eating, this guy specifically right here is a straight up demon, an abomination, literally a demon in the flesh. He probably gets off in some sort of satisfaction from doing these things to people, besides the monetary benefit. But he probably gets the nigga probably busts on himself whenever he locks somebody up for something like this. Absolute madness,
Caitlin got her own urine test.
For you scoffers, you got a problem with us here at Great Millstone, the prophets. Well, what are you doing to make your country better? What are you doing to fix issues like this that make living in this world unbearable? All right. What's you people's solution and answer to all this? Assholes?
The same week as her arrest, the urine test was also negative for marijuana or other drugs. This training is so powerful that they believe they can detect drugs that a blood test will not detect.
It's extremely surprising. That's my life that they're playing with.
Cobb County Police Department.
Last week, Cobb County's DUI task force was awarded a trophy by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
1,696 DUI arrests.
And Officer Carroll was given a silver medal for 90 DUI arrests in 2016. He put dozens of actual convicted drunk drivers behind bars last year. But if he got 3 people who were innocent behind bars, having to defend themselves, how does that balance out for you?
It's something I have to carry for the rest of my life.
So I'm gonna let it go a little bit more. They call this nigga a drug.
They are suing the Cobb County Police Department in this federal suit. They are the same drivers we showed had negative blood tests for marijuana, despite spending months defending themselves against DUI charges.
I want to ask you a question, okay?
Okay.
When's the last time you smoked marijuana?
Oh, I don't do that. I can give you a drug test right now.
You don't smoke marijuana?
I do not.
Okay. You're giving me indicators that you have consumed marijuana, okay? Because I'm seeing some involuntary indicators that you've consumed marijuana.
3 DUI drug arrests.
You arrested me because you think I smoke marijuana?
I believe you're impaired by cannabis, yes ma'am.
All 3 blood tests negative for marijuana. The charges were eventually dropped, but the lab results took months, and still the Cobb County Police Department insists its officers can detect marijuana in drivers that a crime lab cannot. Can these blood tests be trusted to convict a driver if they can't be trusted to exonerate a driver?
That's a fair question, and that certainly is a topic that needs to be debated with expert personnel, medical personnel.
Cobb County.
That right there is that's why you can't talk to these devils, y'all. Because what that devil basically just did is didn't answer the question. Because the guy asked him, you know, well, so what's the point? The dude said, well, shit, what's the point of even having these tests to prove innocence? You know, if you can't prove that they were on the drugs, then it comes back and says that it's negative. Oh, well, it could be flawed. And, you know, basically he's posing the question to him, and the devil all the day long, well, we need to ask the doctors about that. Why? Because they're a demon, y'all. This is the group of people that we're dealing with. You can't reason with them. You can't talk to them. All that can be done with them is for them to be destroyed. They have a wicked power system that they have to keep alive, and that's what they're trying to do to the best of their ability. And it's all going to come to naught. Let me get this. What is it? Proverbs 28. 29. All right, and 12. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. And that's what we see. That's what we see. And especially these videos like this. I be coming across them. I be saving them. This is all a... what do you call it? This is all a testimony against this man. This is all a evidences against him. You know, he's gonna have to pay for the things that he's done out here to us. I'll say to us the Israelites, because he does this a lot more to us, and he's been doing it since before there were cameras, and he's been doing this since before America. He's been doing this since we came out the womb on this motherfucker. This asshole's been lying on us. All right, we're gonna get this and close it. Salakia out of Psalms. Let me see. Is it Psalms or is it Revelation? Yeah. Revelation 12. Heaven. Now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. He's going to be brought down and cast down, and this wickedness is going to stop. All right, this shit's irksome and vexing. Even seeing him do it to his own people, it's just like, damn, you know, you're so much of a demon, you want to fuck your own over. All right, and hey, we will get the victory by way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We just have to hold on, y'all. You know, don't give this man an excuse or reason out here. You know, drive the speed limit. Don't be driving drunk and shit. You know. Do what you got to do. Keep your head down in the society, and the Lord's going to have your back. All right, so I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakurash, to honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim. Wa, Akwatim, learning, teaching, truth, and sincerity. And say Shalom.